Hi everyone, welcome to today's class. So today we are going to discuss about the ticket handling process in SAP MM, or you can say in SAP also. Okay. So basically we have done a ticket handling process a long time before, and it was in Hindi version. So today we are just um, doing it again with the English version. Okay, so there will be, and apart from that one, so basically in the last or in the last version of this ticket handling process, there we have only discussed about the process, but we have not discussed about any kind of tickets or anything. So today we will be discussing about the one sample ticket also. It is a simple ticket, but we will be discussing on a simple ticket that you will be able to understand what kind of issues you might get on a daily basis. Okay, so let us start. So first, let us understand what is a ticket. Okay, so basically in SAP, any kind of issues that will arise in a day-to-day activity. So let's understand it this way. Let's say whenever there is a SAP system is running, okay, SAP systems is running and end users are working on that system, they might be facing any kind of challenges or any kind of issues with their daily activities. Let's say you are an end user, you are performing the purchase order creation. Let's say you are creating a purchase order. In that, let's say you are facing some of the trouble that your purchase orders are not getting generated, your purchase orders are not getting saved, or any kind of issues you are facing in that. So those kind of issues you can register as a ticket. Okay. So if we understand it in a simple way, let's say you are not in SAP, you don't know SAP. So let's understand it in a simple way. So let's say you are using the Google Pay. Okay, you are using a Google Pay, or you are using any kind of application you are using. Okay, in that application you are facing some challenges. Let's say in Google Pay you are paying someone, and after paying you realize that the payment was deducted from your side, but it is not received at the recipient side. Okay, whom you are sending, it is not received by them. So what you can do, you can reach out to the service desk. You can raise a issue to them that this is my issue, I have done a transaction and I'm not able, my like payment was not done to the recipient, or you can raise a issue with them. So similar kind of thing will be there inside SAP. Okay, so this is a ticket. So now second thing, let's understand when you are going to get a ticket or how you are going to get a ticket. Okay, so in the SAP projects, SAP basically in the support project, the ticket handling process will be there in the support project, because we are considering a SAP system is running for your client. Okay, it is already running. So that is why it is a support project. It will be a support project. So in a support project, what will happen? So let's say a user has logged in a issue or a ticket. Now you will be having a group of team members. Okay, so there will be, let's say, there will be team members will be there, there will be SD team members will be there, there will be, let's say, WM team members will be there, there will be PP team members will be there. So as per your project scope, there will be multiple team members will be there. Okay, so let's say there is a support team is there. Okay, let us understand, let us say that a support team is there. For a support team, there is a support group is there. So that ticket will be assigned to the support group. Okay, let's say in that support group, let's assume it this way. Let's say we are a support team. In the support team, there will be SD team members will be there, FI team members will be there, PP team members will be there, WM team members will be there, basis people will be there. Let's try to understand. Let's say basis people will be there, let's say security people will be there. So all of them will be part of a support team, or maybe in some cases what will happen, these functional people, they are a part of a team. Let's say your basis team and your security team, they might be a separate team. Okay, so there might be a lot of possibility or lot of situations will be there. So where your team might be divided, team might be integrated, so it can be a situation. Okay, so let's try to understand it this way. Let's say all of the team members or all of the module consultants are in a single team. So now you are receiving the ticket in your group. Okay, so you are a group or you are a support team or you are a support group. So inside your group, you are receiving a ticket. Now, whenever you receive a ticket inside the group, there might be two ways of assigning them. Okay, so first thing is someone will be there, let's say your team lead or some person will be there who will be assigning the tickets based on your functionality area, based on your bandwidth, based on your work. Someone can assign some tickets to you. Okay, and when this will happen, this will mostly happen if you are a fresher kind of person. Let's say you are a fresher or you are a junior consultant. So might be someone is going to assign you a ticket. So mostly in this case, your team leads or your project manager, they will be assigning, mostly the team leads will be assigning the ticket to you. Okay. Once the ticket is assigned to you, now the ticket is in your name. You have to work on it. Okay. This is one process. Second process, normally, which is standard according standard to all of the system. Normally, no one will assign the tickets. Basically, what will happen? You are a team member. You have to assign your ticket by your own. So let's say there is a group is there. Inside the group, there will be multiple tickets will be there. There will be tickets will be there. There will be SD tickets will be there. There will be integration tickets will be there. What you can do, you can just see the you can just see the description or short description of the ticket. There you can find out if it is related to your area, your work area or your MM side. If it is relevant, then you can take the ticket as per your bandwidth. Let's say per day you can handle one ticket or two ticket or something like that. If you can handle, you can assign that much of ticket to your name. Okay, by default you can assign it to your name. So this is how you can get a ticket, or any consultant will get a ticket. Either someone is going to assign you, or directly, if you are that much of experience, mostly you can take ticket on your name. Okay, so this is how you are going to get a ticket, or a ticket is going to assign to you. Once the ticket is assigned to you, you have to work on the ticket. Working means you have to analyze that ticket or analyze the issue. Okay, so you have to analyze the data. Okay, so let's say there is a issue with the purchase order, so you have to analyze the purchase order data. Let's say you will be analyzing what kind of issues they are getting, what kind of reason it might be why the issue is happening. You can take help of, let's say, you can take help of Google, you can take help of SAP. There is a SAP help site is there, so you can take help of SAP site. There will be multiple, let's say, multiple tickets, or we can say multiple issues are logged over there. SAP, I believe SAP support hub or something is there. So SAP support, there you can find um, all of the information related to any kind of issues. Okay, so you can get some information from the Google. Let's say the standard process, if it is a standard error, mostly you are going to get the answer from the Google. Mostly you will be getting. Let's say you are working on a customized system, your that is not related to your standard process. In that point of time, might be you will not get any idea or any information from the Google. So at that point of time, what you need to do, you need to first analyze on your own. You can analyze on your own what is the issue, what can be the issue, where might be the issue persist. So based on your analytical skill, or based on your analysis, or based on your capacity, you can analyze that ticket or that issue, or that we can say that data. Okay, so basically everything depends on the data, so you have to analyze the data. So what is the issue in that data? which is causing the issue or the error. Okay. So now once you are analyzing the ticket, okay, let's say after the analysis, let's say you need some information from the user, or you need to um, let's say connect with the user so that you will be able to know. Let's say you are not able to find anything, so you are asking the user, you can ask the user, please show me the error, how you are performing the purchase order, or how you are creating the purchase order, when you are getting this error, what kind of data you are entering in the system. So just show me those kind of things. Okay. So now for that one, you can ask a user, you can approach to a user for some information. Okay. So for some information, you can ask. Okay. So now you can ask the user in the ticket itself, or you can send an email to the user that I need some information from you. Please provide a feasible time so that we can connect. So you can connect. Um, so you can connect with a user and you can get some more information. Let's say if there is some information is lacking in the ticket, so you can reach out to the user. Okay. So next thing is how to work in the ticketing tool. Let's say these are the activities you are performing, how to work on a ticketing tool. So there are multiple ticketing tools are there. So most commonly used ticketing tool is basically our ServiceNow. Some people call it as a global ServiceNow. Some people call it as a Snow. So any one can call it as per their understanding, but it is the same ServiceNow. Okay, global ServiceNow. So ServiceNow is a standard ticketing tool which is used by everyone. So basically, when you receive a ticket, what are the things you need to perform? Okay. First thing, whenever you receive a ticket, there will be some ticket status will be there. So first thing, when a ticket will be there, it will be under new condition. Okay. If you are working on it, you can put it as a active or in progress status. Okay. So first you have to change the ticket status to in progress. Then you have to write, there will be work notes will be there. Okay. So once you are working in a system, you will be able to know where the work notes are there. I believe already we had a class in the ticket handling process in details. Okay, there you can check the details. Right now, I don't have any like ticketing tool access, so I'll not be able to show you like the details of the ticketing tool, but I'll let you know what kind of things you need to update or you need to mention in the ticketing tool. So first thing you have to change the status, then you have to write some let's say information or some work notes over there. Let's say if you are working, you can mention that we have received the ticket and we are working. This is called confirmation of receiving. Okay, so once you are receiving, you can confirm that I have received the ticket and I am working on the ticket, and I'll let you know the updates, or I will update if I get something. As you like, you can update something over there. Okay, so this is the first thing. So now you put the ticket is in progress and you started working or you started analyzing the ticket. Now if you need to approach to a user, then you can put it under customer awaiting status. Okay, this is a standard status for ServiceNow. You can put it as a customer awaiting if you are asking the user for some information. Okay, so you have to write it down. I need some information from you, please let me know what kind of time is there, feasibility is there, when we can connect, when we can get the information on this ticket. Okay, likewise you can maintain. Let's say user is mentioning back to you, or user is saying you that we can connect in 30 minutes, 15 minutes, or 1 hour, or in the afternoon, in the night, anytime they can mention. As per their feasibility, you can connect with the user, you can get the information, then you can resolve the ticket. Okay. Resolving the ticket, there are two conditions. Let's say you have connected with the user by the any kind of Teams call or any kind of Skype call or any kind of let's say WebEx call or any other calls are there, you have connected with them through that, right? So then you can, with that session itself, you have resolved that ticket. So directly you can put those things on the work note that in the, let's say, um, in the meeting or in the Teams call, we have seen this issue and we have resolved this issue. So as per your confirmation on the Teams call, I am closing this ticket. So this you can mention, or you can just mention, so in the call we have resolved the ticket. Please provide a confirmation to close the ticket. So normally before closing a ticket, you need a confirmation from the user who was having the issue. They need to provide a confirmation that okay, you can proceed for the closure. So normally this is a standard working process. Okay. So now these things you need to update. Sometime if it is a, let's say if it is an incident ticket, sometime you need to mention what was the issue with that ticket, what was the issue, where you find something, what kind of fix you have done on that one. So basically this is a requirement we need to update in the ticket solution or in the work note, but basically no one does that. Okay, but if you start using it, if you start doing it, then maybe for your next consultant it might be helpful. If they are new, they can go through the history, they can find out uh, what kind of let's say information, what kind of ticket it was, how you have resolved, what is the resolution steps, or what was the issue, so they will be able to know. So it is better to keep a let's say knowledge base for that one. So if you are mentioning some of the work notes in the ticket, like how you have resolved or what kind of issues it was there, so it will be helpful for the other consultants also. Okay, so this is how you can close. Now let's understand what are the different kinds of tickets are there. Okay, so basically there will be incident tickets will be there when there is a issue like your purchase order is not getting generated or not getting saved, or user is saying I'm not able to print my purchase order, or someone is saying I'm not able to do the goods receipt, or I'm not able to um, perform the invoice receipt, or anything they are saying like I'm unable to reverse the material document, or any kind of issue they might tell you. Okay, so these kind of tickets basically you need to investigate, you need to do analysis on the ticket, and these are called the incident tickets. Okay, now next thing is a CR ticket. What is a CR ticket? CR ticket is basically a change request ticket. Okay, so change request ticket is basically if your business is asking you to change something in the system. That might be in your transactional data, that might be your master data, that might be your configurational data, anything if they are asking you to change, so that will be a change request ticket. In with the incident ticket, you cannot or you should not change any kind of things, any data you should not change. Okay, so this is basically the incident ticket and the CR tickets. Okay, so basically these two kinds of tickets you will be getting. One is a CR ticket, one is a incident ticket. Maybe in some class we will be discussing on in depth of what is a CR ticket, how you can handle a CR ticket. So basically today we have discussed mostly on the incident ticket. Whatever things we have discussed, it is on the incident ticket. Okay, so basically if we categorize, then there will be two types of tickets will be there. One is a incident ticket, one is a CR ticket. So CR ticket is basically if you want to change something, you can um, that will be a CR ticket. If you want to change something, if you want to investigate something, then it will be a incident ticket. Okay, so now let's understand a simple ticket which can be a regular occurring thing in your project, or while you are going to work in a real-time environment or real project. So there you might face this kind of issue. So ticket is closing of purchase order, closing of PO or closing of purchase order. So what is the issue and when this will happen. So in the real-time system, so there will be a lot of purchase orders will be generated, let's say by automatically by the system or by the user manually. They can create a purchase order, and normally what will happen, sometime after some time, let's say you have created a purchase order for a material X with a quantity of 100. Okay, let's say there will be multiple situations will be there after creating the purchase order. Let's say the department which have said you to do the procurement, they have mentioned, okay, now we don't have this requirement of this product, you can close this PO or you can cancel this PO. Let's say in another situation, let's say you have ordered for material of X material for 100 quantity. After purchasing, let's say 50, 60, 70, 80, like this much of quantity you have purchased. After that one, let's say there is no requirement for that product anymore, you don't need that product anymore. Now what you need to need to do, you have to close that purchase order. Okay, so basically it will be required, or else what will happen, it will be considered as the open purchase order. So open purchase order will be there, system will be searching for the goods receipt, system will be searching for the invoice receipt. Okay, so now whenever you receive such kind of issues, like someone is asking you to close a purchase order, so I have already mentioned you, if you have to change something, that should be a CR. Okay, now there will be also, for this case there will be multiple situation will be there. So first thing, let's say your user, they don't know how to close a PO or how they can close a PO, so they are raising a ticket to ask you how to close a PO, or please let us know how we can close a purchase order. Okay, so in this case mostly they will be having the access for the change of purchase order, so there you can let them know how they can close that purchase order. I believe all of you already know how to close a purchase order. I'm not going into that details. I'm just telling you about the issue. Okay. So now you tell them, and this is the standard way and this is the normal way. If anyone is asking you to close a purchase order and you are a consultant, you are not supposed to do the closing. Like you are not supposed to change any kind of transactional data. Okay, now what you have to do, you have to ask them to close the purchase order. This is the way you have to show the way. Either you can connect with them or you can just send them the procedure how they can close the purchase order. You can just take some screenshots, mention the fields where they can do the check boxes and they can close the purchase order. Okay, now this is the first condition. Second condition, let's say they are saying that okay, we don't have a ME22N access or we don't have a change access, so please help us to close this purchase order. In the second option also, you can tell them, please check with your super users and they will be helping you or they will be able to close the purchase order. In the second condition, let's say some places there will be some super users will be there, they can close the purchase order. Let's say the third condition, let's say they are saying, okay, we don't have anyone in the workplace or in the, let's say in the plant who has the change access in the purchase order. Now in this case you have to do the changes. Now for doing these changes, this needs to be a CR, and with this CR you need to raise, normally what will happen, you will also not be having the let's say change access in the production system. You will be only having the access of, let's say only display access. So now you have to raise the access. Okay, so that is called, you can say hotline access, you can say a firefighter access, you can say emergency user access. So there will be a bypass access will be there. Okay, so you need to raise a access for that one, right? I need to change this data, for that one I need to have access, so no one of the end users are having this access, so I need to get this access to do that change. So you can mention that and you can get a emergency user access, where you can have the emergency user. How you can get it, you can just speak to your team members, or you can just discuss with your team leads or managers, whoever has are there. If you are new to the team, just ask them and you can get the idea what you can do. Okay. Now, in this case, you can close the purchase order. Now, this is for, let's say you are having only one purchase order, you are closing one purchase order. Now, if in this situation there are multiple purchase order, let's say more than 50 or 100 purchase orders are there. Okay. Now, in this case, what will happen? You are not supposed to go to each of the purchase order and select the indicator and close it, because it will take a lot of time and consultant time is very important, right? You can work on important issues, or you can work on the important things, but you are not supposed to do this kind of time taking activities. Okay. For that kind of reason, what needs to be done? You can update this directly on the table level. Okay. So mostly not all table level data can be changed, or all things we cannot do it in the table level, but these kind of things we can do it in the table level. Okay. So for that table level also, you have to ask for the permission. Okay. There will be a approval process will be there. If you are changing something or anything in the table level, there should be approval from your team lead, from your manager, or from your any kind of let's say delivery manager is there, or any kind of service owners are there. You need to ask them for a permission. Okay, you have to ask them for approval that we are going to do the changes. These changes are required, so we are going to change it in the table level. So please provide a approval. Once they are providing the approval, then you can perform the changes. Okay. So basically, this is a sample ticket. I believe all of the conditions or all of the scenarios are you are able to understand all of the scenarios and these are clear to you. So that will be enough, or that will be all about today's class. Maybe we can discuss some other topics or some other tickets in some classes. Maybe you will be please let me know if you need some more classes on these kind of topics. Just let me know. We will be trying to cover some related topics to it, or we will be discussing some these kind of tickets, or some kind of other issues which will be helpful for you. So basically this will be helpful for you in interview process. Okay. So that's all for today. So let's meet up again on the next class. Till then, bye bye and take care. Keep learning.